down. Mutalisk actually camping out here. We'll see what they're doing. A den down, lurkers upgrading for InRain. So InRain thinking about a lurker attack in the meantime. A single Dark Templar going to hold the front there. Almost picked off that Templar, but not quite. That was actually pretty decent micro considering this is on BattleNet. I think this is played on BattleNet. I don't think it was Hamachi. Anyway, continuing, he's going to just kind of test the borders. Another command center going down for Artosis, and we'll see if Artosis will be able to open up his front door in a minute here and do whatever. We'll see. It looks like he's opening his front door now with that barracks. So we'll see if Vodkos, if he decides to push in or if he just decides to hold this. Medic Marines now still pushing back out. Ooh, irradiate. I'm going to follow. Well, actually, let's follow this attack right here. Those Mutalisks going to be absolutely slaughtered. We'll see how many survive afterwards, and we'll see if Artosis manages to kind of retake his main here. Looks like an observer pushed out and opened up Gentho's front door in the meantime. Siege tank on the corner. Looks like Siege is upgrading, so it looks like Artosis will be able to take this in just a moment here. I don't see any. It looks like a single Mutalisk left, so wasn't very successful in pulling out that irradiated Mutalisk. And now a huge grouping of not a huge grouping, a decent-sized grouping of Zealots, Dragoons, and that Archon pushing in on Vodkos' base. Looks like InRain's going to expand to the upper left-hand corner. Vodkos expanding to the bottom right-hand corner. And fortunately, it looks like they're just going to group up here. They really need to push out and attack one player or the other right at this moment with both their grouping. We'll see that if they decide to do so. It looks like Artosis is going to expand simultaneously in the meantime. Looks like Vodkos in the meantime regathering his troops. We'll see what InRain's up to in the meantime. Looks like he's managing to deny the expansion here from Gentho in the meantime with some lurkers on the ramp. I don't see any observers in the area, so it looks like Dragoon's just running through the lurker lines. Looks like more lurkers just camped out in the meantime to absorb an attack if it comes. Really taking a huge economic lead here. Radiating the Templar before these Templar get their Psystorms off. Excellent micro by Artosis. It doesn't look like he's losing anything in the meantime otherwise. And big, huge, yeah, this is going to, we'll see. This could be actually the game turner here at the moment, is if Vodkos can hold here. He's going to have such a huge economic advantage, expanding once again to the minimal only expansion right there. He's just going to have such a huge economic advantage. I'm not sure that's going to matter here. But basically, if they don't hold here, that'll be it. A couple lurkers being brought in the backside from InRain to try to do some damage. Managed to kill a few medic marines, but I don't think enough here. So continuing to push in. So this is going to be absolutely huge. This is basically the game here. Pulling back, trying to draw men, and unfortunately, it looks like the medic marines ended up in front. You really want the zealots, the protoss units up in front, but still a couple tanks here in the background to push up on this attack. Vodkos doing a very good job pulling up the corner. A couple zerglings coming in from behind, but still more support, and a lurker now going to be able to sink and take care of that tank in the background. Actually, he's not attacking the tank, attacking the marine, so it actually didn't get any kills. More marines pushing in. Looks like that tank finally taken care of. Looks like a science vessel down. We'll see if he can get that second science vessel. I think that'll open it wide up. Artosis in the meantime also pushing, but in the meantime, looks like some Lings continuing to deny this expansion from Gentho, and that's absolutely huge because once again, neither Gentho looks like Artosis finally has is starting to think about getting his expansion down. More units pouring out, more lurkers, etc. pouring out here in the meantime, and now finally Gentho getting his expansion up, but it's way behind. And let's see if these lurkers, this lurker grouping pushing up on behind. I think this is going to be enough. Nice, beautiful micro. Oh, but a Reaver there right alongside to take care of this tank force. Good micro to get that Reaver into the dropship before that tank's second hit. And now, as you can see, more zealots streaming down. They have to, again, it's absolutely imperative that they win this fight here, but I just don't think it's going to happen with this Reaver in this mix. Only 2 zealots left, 1 zealot left, and that's it. This attack has failed. Now I just feel like it's kind of a starvation game. Artosis and Gentho really, they're just going to have to sit and try to build up economically and see what they can do to try to win the game at this point. As you can see, Gentho entirely out of minerals at his main is going to have to wait until he gets this Nexus up to do anything here. Only has what looks like a full control group of zealots, and otherwise is not mining whatsoever. Artosis is still mining. Looks like he's got his secondary up, fortunately. Getting 2 bunkers down. Is going strong on the defensive here, and we'll see. And InRain, and I'm surprised that InRain and Vodkos actually aren't just counterattacking right now, just aren't pushing in, knowing that both players a little starved, a little hurt for resources. I guess that's how could they know that? But still, but they know they control basically the majority of the map here. Looks like these two Reavers going to push up into the backside of Gentho's base to do as much damage as possible. And as soon as this lands here, they're going to realize, wait a minute, I control the entire map. I've got all the other resource points, and it looks like, yeah, Gentho entirely out of minerals. Fortunately for Gentho, he had just moved, it looks like a few seconds earlier, moved his probes off the line. We'll see how much damage these Reavers do. Looks like he's going to go and check the upper right-hand corner to see what happened there. Looks like an obs getting killed. Artosis doing a little bit of comsat. He's going to push out with the medic marine grouping here. Looks like a lot of hydralisks out here in the meantime. Now checking that upper right-hand corner. So now they know that it's basically a starvation game. Good job again, once again, getting these Templar, just doing a desperation Psy Storm there before it died. Just gathering up troops in the middle. And Artosis, yeah, in a really bad situation here with Gentho. We'll see what they can do here. I'm not, really though, I'm not sure what they can do here. Let's see where that dropship's going. Dropship pulling up to the left-hand corner. Let's see if it'll be able to do a backside drop here. It'll be interesting to see, and it looks like they're just going to gather up and try to contain both players in the meantime. Using the engineering bay to spot with the tank medic marines, both observers getting killed very quickly. Medic marine pushing, they're a little bit out of position there, and Gentho now committing troops. He's not going to have anything to fight off this Reaver drop in the back, and this is absolutely horrible. Tanks down, probes. Looks like, yeah, all cannons canceled. Probes pushing back, and Gentho just doesn't have any troops. He's got this single Reaver to defend his entire front. All of his troops are committed right here. A good Psy Storm. Sorry, there's an attack there in the middle that I had to kind of pull away from. But looks like, yeah, Artosis is putting up a good fight. They have to. I don't think they really could win with another kind of bad Psy Storm there out in the middle of nowhere just to defend the counterattack. But yeah, Artosis in a lot of trouble here. I'm sorry, Gentho and Artosis in a lot of trouble here. Just a single Zealot to defend against two Reavers, and good micromanagement there by Vodkos, just kind of hip-hopping things and keeping Artosis kind of distracted in the meantime. Looks like they're going to press in on Vodkos, but they're basically forcing, it's 2-on-1 essentially at this point. Granted, there's this Archon and a couple more units up in the meantime, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. And as soon as these Protoss units, that's going to be it for reinforcements coming from Artosis. Psy Storm over the tanks as well as over some medic marines. Lurkers pushing up. That was excellent combination there. Good micromanagement between the two, and Vodko's actually doing a very good job micromanaging at two fronts. Looks like that Nexus is going to go down, so that's it for Gentho. So Artosis, now he has his bunkers in the background, yeah, and that's going to be it, but my guess is he's probably going to have to GG here in a minute anyway, because Gentho's essentially out of this match. Lurkers pushing up, trying to get in, but they see the tanks now backing off, and we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if InRain just decides to switch to just a ton of Mutalisks and rake over the main. Looks like this engineering bay, poor engineering bay, out in the middle of nowhere, going to be devastated in the meantime. We'll see if Gentho, all he has is a single Dragoon. I don't think he even needs to, and some probes. Doesn't even be worried about weapons 3. Honestly, I would cancel it because, get some units out or something. In the meantime, yeah, a lot of cannons down protecting here. Bottom right hand corner, up left hand corner, and InRain. I guess you can tell these guys play 2 versus 2 against each other, with each other. And now the Reavers dropping the back of Artosis' base, and medic marines not very good against Reavers, and it looks like, yeah, just going to back up once those tanks are in kind of sieged out of position. I don't think they think it's the same 3 tanks, but who knows. And we'll see. InRain, yeah, now has drop capability, is thinking about, is just gathering up for a drop of his own. See where he decides to go with that. And so, yeah, basically Artosis is the only one left here. We'll see some probes coming off the line. Now they're trying to mine at a distance here, do what they can. But yeah, in the meantime, just huge forces gathering up in the middle. Even if he does mine here, that's still, and it's the second expansion versus all these other expansions that the Starcraftstrategie.pl guys have. So now Medic Marine Group pushing out, moving towards the middle with the 2 science vessels, and this is probably going to be the last hurrah for Artosis. Maybe he'll pull out something miraculous with some amazing micromanagement. Who knows? We'll see. It doesn't look like his units are upgraded though across the board, and probably going to just throw these units in and then probably GG after they are quickly slotted. And yeah, as you can see, a huge grouping of lurkers pushing in, surrounding the tanks. Science vessel down, second science vessel down. Psy Storm. There Artosis leaves. There's the GG from both the media guys. So that was game 3. So it looks like Starcraft Strategy.pl going up 2-1. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.